Okay, today we are going to learn the concept of the quotient rule of differential calculus. And under this, we are going to talk about the meaning of quotient rule, when do we use the quotient rule formula, and how to use quotient rule of differential calculus. Without wasting our time, let's go to the big question, which is what is quotient rule? Quotient rule refers to the method of differentiation that is used in differentiating a function in the form of ratio of two differentiable functions. That is, when we have two functions that are dividing themselves and this function is differentiable, in that case we can make use of the quotient rule formula. Now, when do we use the quotient rule of differential calculus? The first criterion that must be met is that the function must be in form of ratio. That is, the function must be dividing themselves. You can see I have example here, y is equals to u over v. The numerator is u and the denominator is v. The sign between the numerator and the denominator is division sign. So the function must be in this form. In that case, we can employ quotient rule formula. Another criterion that must be met is that the function must be differentiable. The meaning of differentiable is that we must be able to differentiate the function, okay, or the quotient rule formula. When we are given a function that divided themselves, the derivative of such function is v, which is the denominator, multiplied by du all over dx, minus u multiplied by dv all over dx, all over v squared. The meaning of this formula is that we are going to keep the denominator constant. We are going to keep the denominator of the function, we are going to keep it constant and differentiate the numerator. That is why I put, you have du all over dx in this place, minus, we are also going to keep the numerators constant and we are going to differentiate the denominator. That is why I have dv all over dx all over the square of the denominator, which is v squared. Okay, we have y is equals to x squared over 2x. Find the derivative of this. Don't forget that the first step is to remember your formula. According to quotient rule, dy all over dx is equals to what? V du all over dx minus u dv all over dx all over v squared. So, as you can see from this formula, I need to identify my u and v. The numerator is u. The numerator is u and the denominator is v. So after that, the next step is to take the derivative of the numerator and the denominator. So I'm going to have u is equals to x squared. The derivative of u, which is the u all over dx, is equals to 2x. Then v is equals to 2x. The derivative of v, which is what? dv all over dx, using the power rule, is 2. Okay, I have taken the derivative of u and v. The next step is to substitute all these parameters into this formula. Now let us proceed. Dy all over dx is equals to, what is the value of v? V is 2x. So I'm going to have 2x, let me put a bracket, 2x multiplied by 2x multiplied by du, from the formula du over dx. Du over dx is 2x also. So 2x multiplied by 2x. This negative sign, I'm going to put it. Then u, I still need u. U is what? X squared. So this will be x squared multiplied by dv all over dx. dv over dx is 2. So this x squared multiplied by 2. As you can see like that. So all over v squared. Don't forget that v is 2x. So I'm going to have 2x squared. Okay, let's proceed. Dy all over dx is equals to 2x multiplied by 2x. That is 4x squared. So I'm going to have 4x squared minus x squared multiplied by 2. That is 2x squared minus 2x squared all over. If you square 2x squared, that is 2x minus 2x multiplied by 2x. And that will give us 4x squared. So this will be what? 4x squared. Dy all over dx is equals to 4x squared minus 2x squared. That is 2x squared. 2x squared all over 4x squared. So from this point, I can say that dy all over dx is equals to 2x squared divided by 4x squared. That is 1 over 2. So the derivative of y is equals to x squared all over 2x is 1 over 2. Thank you very much.
solve this question using the quotient rule, the first step is to remember your formula. Don't forget that quotient rule said that dy all over dx is equals to v du all over dx minus u dv all over dx all over v squared. This is the formula for quotient rule. As you can see, I need my v and u, and I need the derivative of v and u. And the next step is to identify your u and v. The u is the numerator, so this is u, and the v is the denominator of this function, so this is v. After identifying your u and v, the next thing is to take the derivative of u and v. So u is equals to 2x squared minus x. So the derivative of u, which is the u all over dx, the u all over dx is equals to, using the power rule, you differentiate 2x squared, that is 4x, and if you differentiate x, you are going to get 1. So I've taken the derivative of u. Now v is equals to 3x plus 4 dv all over dx is equals to, if you differentiate 3x using the power rule, you are going to get 3. So, and if you differentiate 4, you are going to get 0. So there is no need of writing that. So we can proceed. Dy all over dx is equals to, what is v? V is what? 3x plus 4. So I'm going to have 3x plus 4 multiplied by the u all over dx. The derivative of u is 4x minus 1. So I'm going to have 4x minus 1 all into brackets minus u is 2x squared minus x. So I'm going to have another bracket 2x squared minus x multiplied by dv all over dx. Dv over dx is 3. So I'm going to have multiplied by 3 all into bracket all over v squared. V is equals to 3x plus 4. So for v squared, I'm going to have 3x plus 4 raised to the power of 2. Have you seen that? So the next step, dy all over dx is equals to, now let us open the brackets. 3x multiplied by 4x, that is 12x squared. So I'm going to have 12x squared. 3x multiplied by minus 1, that is minus 3x. 4 multiplied by 4x, that is 16x plus 16x. 4 multiplied by minus 1, that is minus 5. Oh, sorry. Sorry, minus 4. Okay. Let us proceed. Minus 3 multiplied by 2x squared, that is 6x squared. 6x squared. 3 multiplied by minus x, that is minus 3x. All over. Now let us open this bracket. Let us expand this. We are going to have 3x plus 4 and 3x plus 4. Okay. Let us proceed with the solving. So this will give dy all over dx is equals to 12x squared minus 3x plus 16x minus 4. Okay, let's open this bracket with minus. Minus multiplied by plus 6x squared, that is minus 6x squared. So minus multiplied by minus 3x, that is positive, plus 3x. So all over. Now let us expand this. I'm going to have 3x multiplied by 3x, that is 9x squared. 9x squared. 3x multiplied by 4x, that is 12x plus 12x plus 4 multiplied by 3x, that is plus 12x also, plus 4 multiplied by 4, that is 16. So plus 16. So the derivative, which is dy all over dx, is equals to 12x squared. Is there any variable that have x squared? And yes, we have this. So 12x squared minus 6x squared, that is 6x squared. Okay, after that, let's collect another lifetime. We have minus 3x plus 16x and plus 3x in this place. Minus 3x plus 3x, that will give us a 0. So plus 16x will remain. So I'm going to have plus 16x minus 4. Okay, there is no any constant again. So I'm going to have minus 4 all over. Okay, 9x squared plus 12x plus 12x, that is plus 24x plus 24x plus 16. So the derivative of this function y is equals to 2x squared minus x all over 3x plus 4 is this.
On this channel, you will find information, concepts explanation, tutorials video with detailed explanation that will assist you in gaining more knowledge and insight. In addition, our channel features past question, solution to questions you are likely to encounter in exam, solution to all past questions. Please kindly subscribe. All questions are solved with simplicity.